Get ready, because Europe is taking an absolutely massive leap in its military support for Ukraine. These aren't just incremental changes, we're talking about groundbreaking decisions that could totally reshape the war's future. The commitment is palpable, the funding is flowing, and the strategic implications are immense. We're going to dive deep into how these new initiatives, from continent-wide funding mechanisms to individual nations' pledges of advanced weapons and critical ammunition, are setting the stage for a dramatic shift on the battlefield. This is a game changer. Europe is not just supporting, it's actively driving a new strategic reality in Ukraine, right now. First up, let's talk about the incredible European Peace Facility, or EPF. Since its start in 2021, this vital instrument has committed a staggering €11.1 billion specifically for military support to Ukraine. That's a phenomenal sum. EU Foreign Policy Chief Josep Borrell emphasizes that this figure unequivocally demonstrates Europe's unwavering resolve. This financial backbone is absolutely critical, providing a stable, long-term source of funding that fuels Ukraine's defense and allows for strategic planning. Imagine the impact of such consistent, high-level backing. It's a direct message to Kyiv: you are not alone. And the momentum doesn't stop there. NATO's defense spending is seeing an absolutely historic surge. Projections for 2024 indicate a remarkable 18 of the 32 NATO members will meet the crucial 2% GDP defense spending target. That's a huge jump from just 11 members in 2023, and a truly astonishing increase from only 3 in 2014. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg hails this as unprecedented progress. This isn't just about numbers, it's about a collective commitment to security that directly strengthens Ukraine's allies, fundamentally altering the geopolitical landscape and putting real pressure on Moscow. What a transformation! This dramatic increase in NATO defense spending is far more than just financial news, it's a strategic realignment that fundamentally reshapes the future of the war. With more European nations meeting the 2% GDP target, NATO's collective strength and readiness soar. This heightened preparedness on Europe's eastern flank sends an undeniable signal of deterrence to any aggressor, directly influencing Russia's strategic calculus. The bolstered capabilities mean a stronger, more unified alliance, making it harder for Russia to project power and allowing Ukraine's allies to sustain longer-term, more robust support. This truly shifts the balance. Germany, a key European powerhouse, is stepping up in a colossal way. The nation has pledged an incredible €7 billion in military aid for 2024 alone. This is a monumental commitment. Chancellor Olaf Scholz has consistently emphasized Germany's steadfast support for Ukraine, and this latest pledge is concrete proof. This isn't just about money, it translates directly into vital weaponry, ammunition, and training that Ukraine desperately needs. Germany's sustained and escalating assistance marks a pivotal moment, bolstering Kyiv's defenses and showing immense solidarity. What an impactful contribution from Berlin! Germany's €7 billion pledge for 2024 is set to profoundly shape the battlefield. This substantial aid package means more state-of-the-art air defense systems to protect Ukrainian cities, more heavy artillery to counter Russian advances, and more armored vehicles to support offensive operations. The flow of German hardware directly impacts Ukraine's ability to hold its lines, launch counteroffensives, and protect its civilian population from aerial attacks. This continuous, high-value support enhances Ukraine's resilience and capability, directly influencing the war's operational tempo and strategic outcomes. It's truly transformative. France is also making a huge splash, delivering a precision punch that will be felt on the front lines. President Emmanuel Macron has announced a commitment of 40 long-range Scalp missiles and hundreds of ASM Hammer precision-guided bombs. Macron's message is clear: Europe cannot let Russia win. These aren't just any weapons, these are high-impact, accurate systems designed to strike deep behind enemy lines and eliminate key targets with incredible precision. This move significantly upgrades Ukraine's strike capabilities, allowing them to target Russian command centers, logistics hubs, and airfields with unprecedented accuracy. A fantastic development. The introduction of French Scalp missiles and AASM hammer bombs is an absolute game-changer for Ukraine's strategic capabilities. Scalp missiles offer extended range, allowing strikes deep into Russian-held territory, disrupting supply lines and command structures far from the front. The AASM hammer bombs, converting standard dumb bombs into highly accurate guided munitions, provide a cost-effective yet devastating precision strike option for Ukrainian Air Force. Together, these weapons grant Ukraine a significant advantage in controlling the operational depth, forcing Russia to relocate critical assets and disrupting their logistical network. This is truly strategic warfare. The United Kingdom is also doubling down on its support with a truly robust commitment. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has announced an additional £2.5 billion for 2024-25, and this package includes critical long-range missiles, air defense systems, and much-needed artillery ammunition. Sunak explicitly states this aid will help Ukraine push back. This sustained, substantial investment from the UK underscores a powerful long-term strategy to empower Ukraine against aggression. It's a clear signal that the UK stands firmly with Ukraine, providing the essential tools required to defend its sovereignty and reclaim its territory. Absolutely fantastic commitment. The UK's latest aid package, particularly the inclusion of more long-range missiles, has a deep impact on Ukraine's strategic options. These weapons enable Ukraine to target high-value assets further behind the front lines, degrading Russia's operational capacity and forcing them to adjust tactics. The air defense component protects critical infrastructure and civilian centers, minimizing casualties and allowing Ukraine to maintain economic stability amidst the conflict. Crucially, the supply of artillery ammunition addresses one of Ukraine's most pressing needs, enabling sustained defensive and offensive fires. This comprehensive support truly strengthens Ukraine on multiple fronts. The Netherlands is making an absolutely vital contribution, allocating an incredible €2 billion for 2024. And here's the kicker: a significant focus of this aid is on F-16 fighter jets and artillery. Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte emphatically stresses the need for continued solidarity. The commitment to F-16s is a monumental decision. These advanced fighter jets represent a quantum leap in Ukraine's air capabilities, potentially challenging Russia's air superiority and offering superior defense against aerial threats. The Netherlands' foresight in prioritizing these assets is truly impressive and will undeniably shape the future of air combat. The allocation of F-16 fighter jets by the Netherlands is a truly transformative move, pushing Ukraine towards potential air superiority. These multi-role aircraft will enable Ukraine to contest Russian air dominance, provide crucial close air support for ground troops, and conduct effective air interdiction missions. This dramatically alters the aerial landscape, making it far more challenging for Russian aircraft to operate with impunity and giving Ukrainian forces a critical advantage. Combined with existing air defense, the F-16s will create a layered defense and offense capability that could completely change the dynamic of the war. A game-changer is coming. Here's an amazing story of ingenuity and collaboration. The Czech Republic is leading an incredibly vital initiative to procure 800,000 artillery shells from outside the EU. This visionary plan has already garnered support from 15 countries. President Petr Pavel announced initial funding has been secured for the first 300,000 shells, a critical step. This innovative approach bypasses current EU production bottlenecks, ensuring Ukraine receives desperately needed ammunition without delay. The sheer scale of this initiative means a massive boost in artillery firepower for Ukraine, directly impacting their ability to defend and advance. Absolutely brilliant cooperation. The Czech Republic's artillery initiative is set to provide Ukraine with a decisive edge. Artillery remains a cornerstone of modern warfare, and a sustained supply of 800,000 shells will allow Ukrainian forces to maintain high rates of fire, suppress enemy positions, and effectively counter Russian artillery barrages. This massive influx of ammunition ensures that Ukraine can prevent critical shortages, maintain offensive momentum, and crucially, defend its lines without being outmatched in firepower. It directly impacts the war's grind, allowing Ukraine to inflict sustained damage and protect its own troops. What a tactical advantage! Beyond hardware, Europe is investing heavily in human capital. The EU Military Assistance Mission, Ukraine, has already achieved an astounding feat, training over 40,000 Ukrainian soldiers across various European training centers. This incredible effort focuses on everything from basic infantry skills to advanced combined arms maneuvers, logistics, and specialized equipment operation. This isn't just about training soldiers, it's about building a modern, professional, and highly capable fighting force for the long term. This comprehensive training enhances Ukraine's strategic depth and ensures its military remains resilient and adaptable. Absolutely vital for future success. The European Union is pushing hard to deliver crucial ammunition, with an ambitious goal to provide 1 million artillery shells by spring 2025. This follows an earlier commitment that, unfortunately, fell short, highlighting the urgency and challenge of scaling up production. However, this new, clear target demonstrates a renewed determination to meet Ukraine's critical needs. Achieving this goal would provide a steady, massive flow of ammunition, directly impacting Ukraine's ability to sustain operations, both defensive and offensive. It's a massive logistical and industrial undertaking, but absolutely essential for shaping the war's future. And here's the truly exciting news on the industrial front. EU Commissioner Thierry Breton reports that Europe's defense industry can now produce a stunning 1 million artillery shells annually. This is a massive achievement and a direct response to the urgent demand from Ukraine. This ramp-up in production capacity is not just about meeting current needs, it signals a fundamental shift in European defense manufacturing. This industrial mobilization ensures a sustainable supply chain for the future, demonstrating Europe's long-term commitment and significantly reducing reliance on external sources. This is Europe's industrial might in action, directly shaping the conflict. So, how do all these incredible decisions shape the future of the war in Ukraine? The answer is clear: dramatically. Europe's growing military support is no longer just reactive, it is strategic, comprehensive, and forward-looking. From the enduring financial strength of the EPF and surging NATO commitments, to individual nations pledging advanced long-range systems, game-changing F-16s, and massive artillery initiatives, Europe is empowering Ukraine like never before. The industrial mobilization ensures sustainability. These collective efforts are building a stronger, more capable Ukraine, fundamentally altering the balance of power and setting the stage for a resilient defense and potential future success. What an inspiring display of resolve!